still going on. They just they just won't quit. All right, let me tell you the latest, okay? First of all, I wanted to show you that when the Mormon church competes, they always have the tabernacle choir in the back and law books and their shirt and their tie and the Utah flag and the American flag. Look, I'm moving up in the world. Jesus. I've got my first prop. And if I do this, it's like Hinckley waving the white hanky in the audience at the temple Hosanna shout. Okay, so here's my... If I do this... Maybe if I do this... people will like me better, the Mormons especially. Oh God! All right, so I'll save this for another time. But I just wanted to show I'm making money, man. This was a buck. I went all out on this one over at Lowe's. Okay, here we go. I had a comment, one of my comments, and I'm getting whatever 25, 50 comments a day, and I never meant this to be a full-time business. But you know, once you've been a Mormon, it is a full-time business to get out, because they're not going to let you out. They're not going to let you out. You know, it reminds me of the Hotel California. Yeah, you can check in, but you can never check out. That's the song that reminds me of the Mormons, not "We Thank Thee, O God, for a Prophet." Okay, here's what happened. Somebody made a comment on my comment board thing, however it works. I've got it hooked to my email, and so it comes up in my email, and I can go on YouTube and actually get the comments too, but I usually pick it up off of my email. Well, I've had one person ask for my email address, not knowing basically that those YouTubes go to my email, and so he said, you know, you're complimentary, I like this, I like that. Someone was paying him to say those things, I'm sure. And so I'm a pretty innocent guy. I mean, I've become more jaded after the Mormon experience, but I trust people until they prove to me that they shouldn't be trusted. And so I gave him my email address. Well, he emailed me, and I emailed back to his address, and I'm sure he's a nice person. He's probably looking at my videos, and I'm sure he's a nice person, and he has some issues with the Mormon church, and he's in the court system with the Mormon church and some other things. And I just didn't want to get entangled with legal things. I've done legal things my whole life, and I'm retired now, and I'm relaxed, and I do this for fun. And so I had to remove him. He's the only person I've ever removed, because he's sending letters to important people, senators, governors. I don't care about the head of the Mormon church. He can say F you, F you, F you to the Mormon church. I don't care. But when he's saying that to senators, legislators, and the president, and I guess he's spent some time in the big house. Jesus. Where do these people come from? I don't know. I'm sure he's a great guy, but I just don't want to get involved at my advanced age and stage. I'm happy in my life, and I don't need the FBI knocking on the door saying, "We understand that you receive emails from this terrorist." Oh, jeez. So anyway, if he's watching, it has nothing to do with you personally. It's just me and my stage of life. Now, that's not the main reason for this video, because he really taught me something. He really taught me something, and maybe I was inspired. Maybe, I don't know. I got another video yesterday, video comment. And it was a man, I think. Now, in this world of cyberspace, you don't know. You know, it could be anybody, any sex, any religion, anybody. And again, I'm just kind of innocent. My wives say I'm naive. But I do believe people until they screw me. And then they've screwed the wrong person. I have a pretty, well, let's not comment on that. But anyway, he wrote to me and said something like, well, at least I don't hide behind a screen name. I'll even send you my picture. I go, okay. So I looked at his picture, and, you know, if it didn't smell LDS, I wouldn't know. If it didn't look like an LDS, a second counselor in the Elders Quorum presidency, I don't know what does. He said to me, I don't hide. Well, now, men, you women that watch, and I know there's I get about 28% women. Not in Utah. Now, not in Utah. My demographics show that men my age watch me in Utah, and those are the ones controlling the Mormon church and saying, we got to get this guy, we got to get him. My demographics show otherwise, that I get about, and females in Utah, 20%, 17%. So, you know, it is a patriarchal society, and the women are held down. But be that as it may, he tries to bait me by saying I'm hiding. Well, I'm certainly not hiding my face. Now, probably I should be. It used to be nice, but, you know, age has a way of doing stuff to us. So anyway, he says, you're hiding. I'm so brave, I'm going to send you my face. Well, he's bald, and he probably looked 33 and 36. And, you know, BYU smile on his face. And so I always respond to every comment so far. Now, if it gets much bigger than it is, I'm going to have to quit doing that, because I don't want to do this full time. You know, I have a life, believe it or not. So he's trying to bait me into telling him who I am. And he sends me this picture and says, see, I'll send you my picture and I'll identify myself. Okay. So I just gave him a kind comment back. I said, well, if I had a face as handsome as yours, I would use it too. And I don't send out my personal information because I have 2 children. I have 2 minor children that still live with me, and I need to protect them. I don't care if the Mormons come and stab me. I don't give a rat's ass. I could care less, because I've told the truth. I've told the truth. They don't like the truth. They can stab me, slit my throat, cut my bowels open. I'm old. I've had bypass. I've laid in a bed knowing in the next 3 or 4 minutes I may be dead. They're not going to scare me. Jeez. I'm pretty hard to intimidate before I even had heart bypass. But anyway, you know, I think he's from the committee to strengthen the members. That's what I'm here to say today. And I think he has spotted me, and I think the church has spotted me, because the LDS ads are not there anymore. They've pulled them off of my videos because I've humiliated them and said, they're paying your tithing money and putting videos under my neck and trying to get you to come to Mormon.org, Mormon.org. I'll give you all the advertisement you want. Go to Mormon.org and look at the geeks, the fools, the idiots, the dependent, the mentally ill. Go look for yourself, then decide if you want to be in that group. That's the best they can put out. Mormon.org is the best they can put out. The rest are child molesters and, abusers and criminals. So anyway, I just wanted to make this video based on, if they're watching, that's fine. I don't care. And I know they are, because they've pulled their ads off of YouTube. Now, there's another reason, and I know I've already admitted to all of you, I'm bipolar. I'm bipolar, and I have been since I was 17 years old. And bipolar, one of the symptoms is paranoia. Well, if you're on medications, that paranoia is usually not there. And I am on medications, and usually that paranoia is not there. But I'm not stupid. And here's what happened. I got thinking about it overnight and thinking about, well, you know, he's challenged me, and, you know, my dad's stronger than your dad, and it's the natural thing in men to want to confront each other. Say, well, here's my picture. Well, here's my address. Here's my picture of my house. I'll get, you know. Well, not one thing is I'm not that stupid. I don't need crazy Mormons chasing me, and people who think they're going to get Jesus points for stopping the videos, or in some way, stopping the message. And there is no message. I'm just telling you, I was a Mormon for 50 years. This is what I thought. This is what I saw. And that's my opinion. I'm American. I can say whatever I want. Mormon church doesn't like it. Screw them. Screw them. I don't care. Here's what I'm nervous about. My son is a MBA, my oldest son. And he's a computer genius. genius. When Hewlett Packard has international computers that have little problems, they fly him in different places to fix them. He put something on my Facebook the other day. He and I are estranged, and I didn't appreciate it, and so I put a video out about him, and the moment the video hit the airways, my Facebook message disappeared. He pulled a picture off of it, replaced 2 or 3 more pictures that I had on it originally, and the comments disappeared. Now, I don't know, maybe you're all smart and I'm just dumb, but I don't know how to go into someone else's Facebook and remove a message that I put in there and remove pictures of their profile and put in other profile pictures that are not even of the person. So if you're all that smart, then I'm way behind. I'm way behind. I don't know how you do that. Well, that tips me off immediately to the hacking skills of certain people and organizations. They've got some of the brightest geeks in the world that can steal your stuff. Well, long story short, I went back in this morning to kind of take a look at the guy and look at his comment, and I see my comment to him. His is gone. His picture's gone, and his comment is gone. Now that tips me off. I'm saying, that's never happened before on YouTube. How does somebody get into your YouTube and take a comment off that they don't want on there, and also to take off a picture that they'd already emailed that went into my email address, and it also went into my YouTube address? How did he pull that off of both? I don't know. But I do know this. Mormons can be vicious. They can be very vindictive, very hateful, very mean. And when you say things that they don't agree with, they can't just say, oh, screw it, he's just an old man sitting there, good Lord, let's go to the movies and have a good time. They say, well, I have this feeling, this burning feeling that the Holy Ghost is telling me to kill him. Not every Mormon. I'm not saying every Mormon. Only an idiot would say out of 4 or 5 active Mormon, million Mormons would all do that. But there's enough that you have to be aware. There are some nutball people. Mark Hoffman, you know, he blew up 2 people and killed them before they got him in jail. He fooled the Hinkster and 2 or 3 other authorities and with a salamander letter. So I just wanted to make a video that if I disappear, it won't be from heart disease. Believe me, it won't be. And I'm trying to soften the Mormon stance. When they see this, they will not kill you. This is better than a white flag. Now, they used a white flag down at Mountain Meadows massacre. And when the Mormons stole the people's guns, or they surrendered their guns, and they all had a white flag, they shot them and their kids and their wives in the face and killed 120. But if you do this, this is a trigger for the Mormons. We don't kill people like Romney who wave the flag. So I'm trying to keep myself and my family alive. So I'm using my prop again and again. So anyway, if any of you know how you can take a picture and a comment off of an email and off of YouTube and have it disappear, please let me know. My suspicion is the church has spotted the videos. I didn't think anyone would ever look at these videos. I wanted them on to have a journal. The Mormon Church says we should have journals, and I wanted my kids to know the truth, and I wanted my posterity to know who I was and to change their names. So that's why I started making them. I'm coming up now in the next day or so on 8,000 hits. And I'm as shocked. My wife is still laughing. She says that 7,999 are my mother looking at my videos, and that my wife looked at one. But be that as it may, if you're not making waves for the Mormon Church, they're going to pretty much walk around you. But if you start to make waves or an impact, they're going to surf on you. And they're going to drive that boat prop right over your head. They're going to water ski, and they're going to get you. If you have a job, they're going to get you fired. If you have a rental property, they'll get your landlord and you'll have to be finding a new place. If you have a car, you can get on a shit list in the state with a license plate number of a car and or a handicap sticker. They'll trace sometimes. They'll trace registration, and certain police can pull you over, and suddenly, you're taken in and you're cited for certain things that other people aren't. The selective enforcement is there. And then when you go to see the judge, you might as well just cut your head off and hand him your head, because you're not wearing garments. And the policemen have pretty much said, make sure that case gets good attention, if you know what we mean. So they're notorious. They're very, very notorious for ruining your life, that you have come out against them. And I'm not against them. I'm not against them. I'm just simply sharing what I've seen, what I've heard, and I'm telling the truth. And anytime you tell the truth, that's anti-Mormon. So they will also find your kids in school, and suddenly your kids' grades may go down. Your kids may have some disciplinary problems they've never had. If your kids are receiving special education services, which are almost impossible to get in Utah, those services may be cut back. Your kids may be transferred to other teachers who are a little more in line with the committee and the way the Mormon Church operates. So if any of you know how somebody could go in, send me a picture of them and say, see, here's my picture, and you're being a coward, and you can't see my face, you can't, take a picture of this. But I think they were mentally trying to challenge me to divulge either address or town or whatever, which I'm not going to do, only because I have 2 children that I need to have safe and secure and sound and away from the cult, not being molested, not being abused. And if those children, when the youngest one turns 18, I'll give you my name, my address, and my phone number, because I'm not afraid of the Mormons. They're afraid of me. They're advertising, or were advertising. When I made fun of them, they pulled the advertisements. I told you that. Go back and look at my videos. I told you, as soon as they saw me making fun of them, they'll pull them. They did. They're watching, and there's somebody going through each one trying to get pieces of information of who I am, where I live. If I was a member of the church, I would have been excommunicated by now and banned and had my family taken away from me. They've already done that. What more can they do? They've already made my family shun me, so, what are they, shunning twice? So anyway, I just wanted to share with you my first prop. And I was going to put the Tabernacle Choir behind me singing, but copyright, that ain't going to fly. They'll know. So anyway, be careful. Many of the people are good, innocent, and wholesome people. But there's a core, and there's probably 25% that are extremely dangerous, we want him dead. God has told us so. I have a burning in my bosom. I've had a dream, and we're going to get him, and we're going to cut his head off and hold it on one of his videos so the rest of you will quit watching. So anyway, I do appreciate, I've gotten tremendous support, and I appreciate that. I don't need that. I'm going to publish what I want, when I want, but it's nice. It's like frosting on the cake to get several people that just, we enjoy what you're doing. Please keep going. And I've only got one Mormon. I know he's going to apostatize. There's no doubt in my mind. He just keeps on me all the time, and he's getting softer and softer and softer. So Spectre is probably going to leave the Mormon Church. He's watching way too many of my videos. And I do appreciate the positive comments, and I appreciate the negative ones. I have one that came in yesterday that said, you called people who join the Mormon Church stupid. Maybe you shouldn't do that. And I agreed. I went back and I apologized. I said, you're right. That was over the hill there, over the wall, out of boundaries. I didn't mean to call people stupid. They're naive and they're needy, and they're people who, need to become gods because they're nothing here. So I do appreciate positive and negative. I try to respond to all of them. And if any of you out there know, is it possible, other than a really professional hacker, to take something off of my comments and off of my email, please let me know. Just please let me know. And that way I know my meds need to be upped, that I'm being paranoid. But my suspicion is they're watching, and I don't care. I don't care. I didn't think they ever would, because I didn't think anyone was going to, look at my videos. But in 2 months, 8,000 people, I guess, it's making them look bad. I don't need to make them look bad. They do that all on their own.